Welcome to On the Chain.
I like the direction things are moving in. It's amazing, and it kind of reminds me of this. This, as you know, is Brad Garlinghouse.
Yes, it is.
That's it. No.
That's it.
So, yeah, that's it. That's the Ripple logo. It's not an XRP logo. We're all those media people out there. That's
Okay,
Ripple. XRP looks different. No, so the Ripple CEO comes out. He says he won't apologize for taking on the SEC, but to be fair, said the SEC declared war on Ripple. We're defending ourselves. Now, he has some really good statements in here. Obviously, we covered yesterday how they bought back a huge chunk of shares, around 15 billion. And he sees that as something extremely, extremely positive. The company, obviously, we know in the lawsuit, Ripple, it says here, obviously, the lawsuit, they accuse them of raising 1.3 billion in unregistered digital asset securities. As we know, they've referenced it. Also, Garlinghouse discusses this whole Wild West portrayal, and he says that crypto critics are actually wrong by calling it the Wild West, which is great. Here he gets into why buy back shares, but I was really more interested in this part, which is the whole SEC component. And so here, I found it interesting. You're still in a battle with the SEC. How do you see the regulatory challenges unfolding this year? And, I really thought that this is, he had some really important statements here. One, he said, take a step back. Let's look at it from 100,000 feet.
Right.
And this is really key. Regulatory climate globally has actually trended extremely positively over the last 5 years. You see the trend line for most major markets recognizes that digital assets can and will play a role in the future financial system, and that's to the benefit of consumers, the benefit of businesses, and benefit of even governments, right? So that's a big statement. All right. Then he says, okay, let's look at it at a very high level. And then he says, okay, the UK, Switzerland, Japan, and Singapore have all provided very constructive frameworks. And he says here, obviously, it's disappointing and frustrating as a U.S. company to find ourselves where we are, right? And so he's really looking at this from a good perspective. The SEC continues, in my judgment, to drag its feet. It just feels like there's a certain hypocrisy since the SEC is continuing to note that justice delayed is justice denied, right?
Yeah,
And so, you're right, but they're seeking delays all the time. What Ripple seeks is clarity, right? So they want clarity, just like everybody else. They want a level playing field. This is so pertinent. The U.S. government and the regulators of the U.S. government should not be picking winners and picking losers. This guy's spot on.
No, he's absolutely spot on. I mean, everything he's saying right there is really good. Look at this here, Jeff. So here's Mark Phillips. He says if the ETH mafia gets hauled in front of Congress to explain why they were trying to create a monopoly with Wall Street, does Bill Hinman have to give back the $15 million? Yeah. Inquiring minds want to know, Jeff. It's a good observation there, Mark.
That's
right.
I
would think, so much stuff dirt has been uncovered on crypto Twitter. I mean, videos and speeches, and it's all recorded there for the masses, and the attorneys for Ripple are very thankful as they probably
keep dredging it up.
Yeah.
So let me just end with this part. I thought, there's a lot more in here, but this I thought was great. The SEC declared war on Ripple. Are we being combative? I don't know. We're trying to defend ourselves, right? So I like that part. Are we being combative? I don't know. And then he gets here. The SEC's dragging its feet. We got sued. You'd think that if they sued us, they'd have all their ducks in a row.
Right.
And they're the ones dragging their feet. Of course I'm going to be combative. So,
damn right.
I like how he started off. Are we being combative?
About Garlinghouse.
I don't know. We're trying to defend ourselves. Then the end. Look what the hell they're doing. Of course we're going to be combative. What do you think we're going to do?
Well, we got throat punched several times, but he's supposed to be sorry. Look at this. This is nailing it right there. Alchemist says, take Tom Emmer's cue. Quit making it a divisive partisan issue. ID10Ts, idiots. Yeah, that's spot on. Yeah, it's not a partisan issue. It's like people are like, well, left and right. Who cares, man? I mean, the bottom line is it's freedom for the people, and it's not just a U.S. thing. It's a global thing. But the centralization always creeps in, Jeff, and it always just seems to crush the throats of everybody because, absolute power corrupts absolutely. It's kind of what you just said.
Yep. Man, that was spot on. That was great.
This one here is another one here. This one here is from Captain Redbeard, although I don't see a Redbeard in that picture. But okay, it says, our decentralized platforms are protected under the Fourth Amendment. They want to drag out clarity because they know there's nothing they can do with the decentralized nature of Web 3.0 ecosystems. I like that. And that's exactly right. And that's really, you go from Web 2.0, which is the big company, big tech, to 3.0, which is us. We just basically, it's called cutting out the middleman, middlewoman, whatever you want to say to be politically correct there, Jeff. But bottom line is Web 3.0 is going to be massive just because it's bringing it all down to our level. And on the same course of that is decentralization, which is freedom.
That's right. So check out this one's from Firdaus bin Abid Muttalib.
Say that 4 times fast.
He said the SEC filed the lawsuit, but they act as if they're the ones being sued.
True.
That's true. So true. And they keep asking for delays and all. I mean, you can't make this up. Again, this is why we're in opposite day.
2.5 years.
Everything is opposite.
Of discovery. And we need more discovery. What happened? Oh gosh, I got a hangnail. You know how those are. Got to clip it. It's going to take 2 months before I attend to that. And they're right. They don't have anything in order.
Gary Gensler's dog ate their paperwork.
Well, they spent all this
homework.
Well, supposedly they spent all this time passing that Bill Himmons speech around, like 60 or 70 people. But I don't think too many people, because there was such a rush for Clayton to get out before the door hit him with, on the behind as he was running out the door. And it's horribly pathetically written. And 80 pages of, adjectives and accusations, no fraud alleged. I mean, it's just insane.
Yeah, it's amazing. Amazing. The SEC, by asking for delays, are showing their true hand. Delay. The delay tactic.
But they don't, I mean, when you talk about decentralization, you start talking about why the coin's decentralized, they're just never going to win that. It's done. And for whatever they want to try to go back to 2015 or 2013 and prove, I don't really care. What I really care about is that today's XRP in its current form is a decentralized digital asset that has utility, that has value, and there's nothing you can say or do that would deter me from that. And I don't really know what else really matters.
That's right. That's right. And as XRP Panic just said, Gary has pissed a lot of people off. I don't think he's ever leaving his living room. And there's probably a good chance of that.
But it's not just, the funny thing is, it's not just limited to crypto. It's Wall Street. It's pretty much everything he's got his toe dipped in that is not appreciating any of it. That's kind of what it came down to.
That's it.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.